Hey guys, just before I get into this video, if you do fancy picking up yourselves any Ultimate Team coins, they're going for really quite cheap now. Then you can check out GameGoldTrader.com. Use Calfreezy at checkout to grab yourself a cheeky little discount as well. They also do PSN and Xbox One codes. So yeah, check that out and enjoy the video, guys. It's a bit of a long one. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this video here. And what you guys are watching right now are just me opening up some packs. I was like, what do I want to, let the people see while I talk about some possible FIFA 15 improvements. So I was just like, let me go see if I can get anything good in these packs. And I decided to open a few up, so that's what will be running in the background. But today, we're here talking to you guys again. If you guys don't already know, I am really active over on my Twitter. I tweet too much. I'm way too addicted to it, but I like to see what you guys have to say. And so I recently tweeted out, hey guys, what do you want to see included in or what do you want to see improved in FIFA 15 and something new that's in FIFA 15, and excluding the servers, because everyone's always just like servers. I understand we don't like the EA servers, but I tell you what, to anyone who has played any of the like 2K games, like NBA 2K, things like that, their servers are absolutely atrocious. Anyone who plays League of Legends as well, you know, Riot, their European servers go down a whole lot. So I mean, although we might not like EA servers, in the reality of things, guys, they're really not all that bad. They get a whole lot of bashing, but you have to remember how many people actually play this game. And as much as I enjoy bashing on the servers, sometimes it's just your own pikey internet. Anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about a few of the things that were suggested to me about FIFA 15 that you would like to see. So one of the most common things that was kind of tweeted at me was pro clubs. Something needs to be done about pro clubs, and I think it was about 2 FIFAs ago, so I think was it 13 or 12? I think actually maybe it was just 13. They actually introduced a whole bunch of new stuff. They brought in the fact that you can now choose whether the opponent will have a goalkeeper. Sometimes that's a bit glitchy. They brought in a whole bunch of stuff, and to be honest with you, it did make clubs a little bit better, but it's not the change that it really needs. Clubs really needs an overhaul. Right now, it feels really almost pointless. Like, you're playing it without any sort of reward or anything. You know, you have the similar division style thing, which again was a good improvement, but it wasn't exactly that big of a deal. I want to see customization. You know, if I'm making my own club with my friends, I want to be able to customize almost anything. You know, I want to be able to make my kit, make my badge, you know, that everyone, that the whole team plays on. All those sort of small things I want to see. Now, I understand in previous FIFAs, they haven't necessarily been able to do this, not because they don't want to do it for you guys, but it's because they simply aren't able to because of how much they were allowed to store on the disc. I know that might sound a little bit weird, but that's actually the case. But now with the new capabilities of the next-gen consoles and things like that, you're actually able to do, you know, a whole lot more with the game. So I am really banking on EA to go all out in FIFA 15. And one of the things I want to see is just more customization, and not only in pro clubs, but also Ultimate Team. Again, it's my own club, it's my team, my own Ultimate Team. I want to be able to create my own Ultimate badge, my Ultimate kits, you know what I mean, guys? And maybe you have to get certain patterns or something like that in packs and things like that. I'd be totally cool with that. And sure, you know, I will be able to wear the Real Madrid kit or things like that, but I also want to have the option to create my own, and I think that would be really, really cool. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Now, I'm sure there's quite a few other videos out there with people with their own suggestions. I haven't really watched too many of theirs, but I'm sure if you type in FIFA 15 game suggestions or things like that, I'm sure you get plenty of other videos in case you guys are interested in watching more of these sort of videos. Yeah, so that's one of the biggest things for me was just customization. That really needs it. So next up is from Sam on Twitter. Jimmy_eats_fish says a lot less strength-based play. Don't eliminate it completely, but reduce it. So he's pretty much talking about how in FIFA 15, you know, the likes of Balotelli, so many of the stronger players, Lukaku, Benteke, they are actually quite a bit more dominant in this game. Now, I don't entirely agree with Sam, because if you guys remember last year, we were all complaining pace is too much, you know, the strength of player should really make more of a difference, and EA really did that. They managed to make strength actually something in the game. Like before, it was we didn't even care about strength, it was all about pace. Now it's kind of a combination, and what's end up happening is that the strong pacey players are stupidly good at this game, and which is, you know, which is okay, but at the same time, It has made for some slightly overpowered players in the likes of Lukaku, Benteke, things like that. And so I agree, maybe tone it down a little bit, but I'm scared that if they tone it down a little too much, you're just going to get the whole pace thing again. And one of the things that never fails to amuse me is the fact that people are constantly complaining about pace, but I think people choose to play with pacey players mainly because of the fact that it's the easiest way to play the game. I've seen there's a guy called Hectic Jukes. I believe he plays on PlayStation. He is literally one of the most incredible players you've ever watched. He doesn't necessarily choose your Aubameyang and you know, Walcott, players like that. He plays a 4-1-2-1-2 and just plays his own style, extremely passing. It's kind of like how Air Japes plays, to anyone who watched him, but he's a little bit better than Japes. And yeah, he just passes the ball so well, and it's really impressive and almost mesmerizing because he tears apart teams, and you're like, how is he doing this without Aubameyang? But it's literally down to the way you play, and people found out that pace was the easiest way to play the game, the easiest way to get results. It wasn't the best way to play it, but it was the easiest way, so that's why people picked it up. Anyways, let's take a look at a few of the other things. One was co-op Ultimate Team. Now that for me would be amazing. To anyone who remembered, in FIFA 13 they had guest mode, so what could happen is if someone was around in my house, we wanted to hop into an Ultimate Team game, they would just press Y on the controller, we could play with each other, and that was so much fun. I believe I did that with Toby last year as well. And yeah, like I said, it was really good. But what I want to talk about is not only guest mode, I would like actual co-op Ultimate Team. And I mean, I want to be able to send an invite to my friend, and he can come and, like, he can live in America, I can live in the UK, but he can play on my team, and we can both split the coins at the end of things. And that for me would be really cool. That would be something fresh, original, and maybe, you know, you both get to put your coins together or something, make a team, but you can only play with that team when both of you play. Do you know what I mean? It is kind of complex, but I think it would be really cool. And then suddenly you have these where it's two-player divisions or two-player tournaments, whatever you'd like. So let's say, for example, me and Toby, we had this team that we could only use together, and we would go into a two-player or a co-op divisions, and we were Division 1 champions as co-ops, and we were going up against other people that were co-op as well. You know, that sort of thing would be really cool. I hope that I managed to explain that kind of well. I understand it's actually kind of confusing now that I'm thinking about it, but yeah, hopefully you guys get that. Tom over here says that he'd like to see the German 3rd Division, Turkish League, and Ukrainian League in Ultimate Team, and that's understandable, but I understand why EA haven't put that in yet, or well, not understand, but I know why they haven't put it in yet, is mainly because those leagues, and I know specifically for the Turkish League, they are asking, because you have to get the rights to use these leagues. You know, you have to be able to go to a league and you're like, we'll give you this amount of money if you let us use your team names, players, kits, all that sort of thing, you know. And the Turkish league was just asking for too much, and I very much assume it was the same for the other leagues as well, which kind of bamboozles me a little bit, because I don't see why the Turkish league would say no, because at the end of the day, it's a publicity for your teams, your league, all that stuff, and I really think the Turkish league are harming themselves more than anything. So before you go ahead and start beating EA around with a bat about why they don't have it, it's actually mainly down to the Turkish league for not doing that. German 3rd Division, Ukrainian League, I'm not entirely sure why that's not being done. I can only imagine it might be a similar sort of thing, or maybe there's just not much of a demand for those leagues. I'm not sure. Anyways, another one is Robert says what he'd like to see in FIFA 15 is Luis Suarez still playing for Liverpool. Good luck with that one, buddy. And then, okay, we got Arca here. He says, changes in my player. The accomplishments method is 5 years old, and I completely agree with him. The way that is all sorted out is just so outdated. They need to swap it up. Do something new, EA. I don't care what you do. Make it new. So, yeah, that was one of the things. Another one is from Abed Nasser. I want to say I read one of this guy's tweets out in one of my previous videos about FIFA 15. Anyways, he's back, and he's back with another good suggestion. He says international kits in FIFA Ultimate Team. That would be pretty cool. Let's take a look here. Again, someone mentioned the co-op Ultimate Team again. And online career mode, yes, career mode was another thing that a lot of people brought up to me, and I think online career mode would be really cool. I think it's quite hard to do. Anyone who's played Football Manager knows that you can do online, but it is kind of hard to do in my opinion. I think it's a little bit trickier, and it would be awesome, you know, if I could be able to do it with a couple friends. We could all do our career mode with each other, and of course I'd like to think I'm a bit of a career mode king, at least when I finish a career mode anyways. Yeah, I think that would be really cool to be able to do online, but there is quite a lot of technicalities and logistics that go into it, but it is possible. Football Manager have shown that they're able to do it. I would like to see that happen. Next up is from Sam. He says spectate other games. In this, you guys might be like, why would I want to spectate my friends getting pumped 5-0? One, you know, I'd love to see my friends get pumped 5-0 just so I can record it and make them look like mugs, but two, the biggest reason why I want to see spectate is not so I can take the piss out of my friends, it's so that we can have competitive FIFA. One of the biggest issues right now is that, you know, we can't have this awesome FIFA that we all really want because, you know, you can't watch it on esports. You know, there's just no real competitive vibe around it, is because you can't spectate the game. So unless you are playing it at an actual event, actual live event, a LAN event I should say, then you're actually not really going to be able to have a proper tournament or anything like that without, you know, anything cheesy going on. So with that being said, I would like to see spectator mode introduced, but do I think they're gonna do it? Not too sure about that. Anyways, Toasted Pigeon comes flying at me with more ways to encourage playing with bronze and silver teams. I absolutely agree, my friend. At the moment, the only reason to play with bronze and silver teams are to go into single matches and come up against other bronze and silver teams. If you go into your divisions, you're going to get matched up against gold players, because the attitude that EA have taken towards divisions is bring your best team. If you don't bring your best team, you might struggle. So, yeah, you're going to get matched up against gold, and it's really not all that fun unless you have some overpowered silver team, which I have to admit isn't that frequent in FIFA 14 as much as it was in FIFA 13. And one from Zach was sort out clubs. We've already talked a little bit about clubs. And another thing is a career mode storyline like NBA, and oh my god, that would be amazing on my player like the NBA one. To anyone who has played NBA, I'm gonna imagine most of you guys haven't, just because NBA isn't really a popular game over in the UK or wherever you guys are from. It tends to be popular in the US, but you know, if you've played that NBA My Player, that is so amazing. You know, you go to the point where you get sponsorships, you design your own shoes, there's just so much stuff you do in it, and it's literally amazing, so much fun to play. I've been playing it myself. My guy's pretty high rated now, and it's just, you feel a lot more involved in it, and whereas in the current career mode or My Player, you just feel really far away from it. You know, what do? You play your games, you hope you get transferred to a big club. There's nothing around it, you know, nothing cool around it. We can certainly hope for that in FIFA 15, but that's really going to wrap it up, guys. I don't want to ramble on for too much. I honestly think I could talk about, go on for about half an hour about this. So if you would like to see a part 2, let's see if we can smash 2,000 likes on this video. That would be absolutely amazing. I do apologize for these packs. They really were quite dire. Hopefully I can do a better, or I can't really do better. Hopefully my luck does a better job and manages to get some better packs for you guys. But I hope you have enjoyed listening, discussing about some FIFA 15 things. And most importantly, as always, guys, like I've been doing with a lot of these FIFA 15 videos, leave your thoughts down below, because that's honestly what really inspires me to think about a lot of this stuff. Is